everyone. I am so sorry for the disconnection. Um, I guess I lost lots of you, but the only reason was again my Wi-Fi, and it's like I'm in a place. This is the only solution for the broadband right now, and there is no other service which can give me good internet connection. The one that I use is used by most of the people in here, and that is just so horrible. But yeah, I will hope that my streams, my frames don't drop in again. But if it does, I'm not sure if I'd be able to continue today. So, so yeah. All right, so I will. I guess it's dropping. Okay, so I will begin from the beginning. So, just a little bit of cover up on the things that we're going to do today. So, we're going to use Amazon Comprehend as a service today for our Alexa skill. And thanks for supporting Ravi, but this is horrible. Like, this has been happening for a long time now, and it's pathetic. The connection stuff really screws me up. So, I guess, yeah. Hi, Stuart. Hello. Thanks for joining. So, yeah, we're going to use Amazon Comprehend today in our skill. So let's first take a quick look at what are the great things that Amazon Comprehend can do. So it helps us to detect key phrases, entities, sentiment, language, syntax, topics out of a string or a text value. And we can also do document classification for bigger files. So that's when Amazon Comprehend is going to come to the picture. So as I discussed, that sentiment analysis is one of the great use cases, sentiment and entity analysis out of a text. Rest of them are important as well. So I think these both have great use cases in the environment out there. So as I said, that sentiment analysis could be really helpful for someone who's got a consulting firm or for people who've got a medical group and they want their patients, or like it's, let's say a therapist want all their patients to use the skill and just talk to the skill about their thoughts and sentiments, and our sentiment analyzer can tell them that, hey, this is how you are, this is positive, this is negative, this is mixed, or this is, yeah, I think it's positive, negative, and mixed. I think just the three of these. So that's what sentiment analysis can do, and entity detection can bring out separate entities. So we're gonna take a look at all of these real quick. Okay, and we have one more important thing to take care of. So when integrating Amazon Comprehend's APIs in any third-party application, so I'm going to integrate it with an Alexa skill. So it's going to be like I would use AWS credentials for that, else it's not going to work. So there's going to be a configuration file which will have your AWS access ID and your secret key. So both of these are very important, else you cannot use this service when you're doing it for a third-party application. So yeah. Stuart asks, you got the Mac, did you go with the M1? Oh yeah, this is the M1. And it's super cool, trust me, especially in terms of streaming and stuff. I don't face issues. Like with the Intel Macs, I think people used to say that OBS and other stuff would fry the Macs up, but I don't feel that issue for me. And I don't ever hear the fan boo. I don't get to hear any noise from the fan unless I'm rendering my video in DaVinci. That's when the sound comes up. so yeah. Alrighty, now we'll get back to our console. So we sorry for the broken stream previously. So we were doing all of these few minutes back, and Unfortunately, my frame started dropping, so we're gonna do it once again for anyone who's new in here. So yeah. So first of all, we'll go to console. Where's that? It's your home page. And here you can search for Amazon Comprehend, and I have all these searched up already, so I'm gonna use this. And okay, so I guess I lost a lot of my viewers who were there on the previous stream. But still, Chuck, are you there? And Brito, are you there too? Both of you. Okay, so this is my console. So we've got the comprehend service for, like, normally we can do all those analysis, the ones that I shared in the previous page for entity, for what's that? What else? For sentiment, for key phrases, and blah blah blah. And we can use this for medical purpose as well. So I'm not quite sure what it's gonna give up for the Amazon Comprehend Medical, like what would be the APIs and what would be the detection and other stuff, but we're gonna dabble around that in the upcoming streams. For today, we're gonna do a little bit with the normal Amazon Comprehend. So here, there's another important thing that you can do is you can do customization. So normally we understand intents. So intents are, they could be some pre-trained intents or they could be customized intents. So we can do custom classification. We can have our customized intents as well that we can train and create in our Amazon Comprehend service, and we can use those for any of the things that we feel it needs to be used in. Yeah, so this is our real-time analysis page. Here you can put in some input, and here you can just get insights on all these. So first of all, before integrating this in our Alexa skill, let us take a look at how this really happens. So let's say if this is going to be your text, so here we can see a name, we can see a company, we can see a phone number. Oh, this is a credit card account number, and we've got a value of currency, and we've got date, we've got account number, and this is a routing number, we've got address, and we've got phone number, and an email. So now let's see how much the entities, like what's the clarity, how much it could actually fetch from this input text. So it could bring up the name of the company, let's see, yeah, it just got this as organization. So the name of this entity is organization. That is what it could do automatically. It could pick up the name of a person. This it couldn't. It's under the other entity. This of course would be quantity, and as you see, we have all of them in here. So, and confidence is this is the percentage or model fields that this could be correct. This is the accuracy rate. Like for the others, you can see that the confidence is a bit low, so that's why it couldn't give a particular entity name for these. I hope I'm clear so far. Am I making sense? Because I'm a bit confused today because the previous stream link just broke and I discussed a couple of great things in there. So yeah, in any point of time you don't understand anything, do let me know. Alright? Alrighty, so this was the analysis for this one. So now let's take a look at the application integration. So this is going to be our API request, and that's our API response. So here you can see that we have two parameters. One is text and the other one is language code. So we have to make sure that we're using the parameters with tuts, because for different scenarios, the parameters are going to be different. So let's say, so for these few topics, for these few analyzes the APIs like entities, key phrases, language, PII, sentiment, and syntax, you usually need text and language code, but there are some more. They have a bunch of them. They have a bunch of methods. These are methods actually for fetching the required or relevant response. So for them, the parameters are going to be slightly different, because of course these parameters are going to define what you want to see for real. I hope that makes sense. So here for this text, we can see the entities in here. Now when we go to key phrases, so let's find out the key phrases for the same input text. It's going to give us all of these. So it is taking Zhangwei, your company, financial services, LLC credit card. Text is okay, so this has been picked up as a text. Okay, minimum payment and lots of it. Your payment, auto pay settings, the due date, bank account, routing number. Wow, this is cool. So I think this is amazing. Like this feature, like I don't know, like I feel that when you have a batch or a huge amount of document and you just want the important information, because sometimes when people want to reach you out, they just provide so much of data. This could be another great use case for a resume. So let's say you're a company and like it could be a great use case for a voice resume. Have you ever thought of that? So it's like, let's say normally we have like, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of this. So there is a resume detector that people use. So most of the resumes, those are like, some of the resumes could be in picture format, and it becomes difficult for certain companies to auto-detect the entities of that resume, namely the name of the person, the email address, their education, qualification, experience, hobbies, interests, and skills. So what some of us would do is go and create our resume in LaTeX. So LaTeX is a platform where you can create your resume through coding, and all of them could be picked up very easily when you send your LaTeX resume somewhere. So in the same manner, we could use this as a resume detector. So it's going to be great. Like someone's resume is all the important key phrases could be picked up from that. So yeah, I think that's an amazing use case for this particular service. So yeah, and then we've got language. For language, we're not going to pass in the language code. We're just going to pass the code. But this is also an amazing thing. So let's say, I think this is what I was telling you in the previous stream, and all of a sudden my connection got, distracted. So let's say you have a company and it takes care of people's queries, but you're having a huge bunch of emails, but with different languages. So you just got one email, let's say info@company.com, and people globally are coming in and sending you emails, and some of them would do that with their native language. So now it's difficult for you because you are the one person who are taking care of all of them. You're finding out, oh, this is in Spanish. So you're sending that email to the person who's taking care of the Spanish language section. So I think this could be one great use case. So it's going to detect the language code. So when someone's sending you a response, let's say through your website, or let's say through a voice, if you're creating an Alexa skill, and if it's going to be, like if Alexa's got to be the application, and if someone's passing in their problem or text, the voice text through Alexa, then all of them are going to get stored in a variable, and then this service is going to detect the language code, and then you'll get the language code in your, database, and you can just, you can create the application in such a manner that it's going to get streamlined to the desired person who's taking care of that particular language code, to that relevant person. Let's say Mr. X is taking care of Spanish language. this is gonna directly hit that person. So that was a long explanation, sorry for that. But I am just trying to brainstorm so that you can yeah, imagine. So yeah, of course you can imagine better. It's just that I had those thoughts, I just prefer to share. Okay, so that was the use case for language detection. So this is the method for detect dominant language. So yeah, and then we have PII. So this is going to be personally identifiable information. So here you've got all of these. So I think this is amazing, PII. So this is great. So I'm not sure if you've ever used the OCR, Tesseract's OCR. So it was for image to text analysis. So this is great. So now if we integrate this in an Alexa skill through voice, we can do it. So it's going to be voice to PII analysis. It's going to be so great. And here you can see the entities that have come up. So I think this entire JSON is really cool. It could be used like you can have a dashboard. Let's say you have a company which requires people's PI information through their credit card or debit card, or so mostly financial companies, financial services companies could use these services, and these entities could come up in the backend and they could pick this up in their dashboard, which could be created through React or something. I think this is cool. I can't imagine. Alright, so then we've got sentiment, and this is what we're gonna use in our Alexa skill today. I could just, because I wanted to see a use case, so I use this. So the sentiment are of 4 types. Like this is how they've designed it. What is neutral, positive, negative, and mixed. So we're gonna give 4 inputs for today's application, for today's demo, and we're gonna find out. Yeah, I think my frames are dropping again, but I'm sorry for that. Am I making sense so far? If anyone's watching me, I can see 5 of you watching me. Like, is it understandable, whatever we're covering? Do you have any questions? And have you used the Amazon Comprehend before? Have you? You can let me know. I've got so many questions for you. You can have some questions for me too. Alright, so I guess we quite understood the use case of sentiment. And then when we go to syntax, so this is going to come out. So syntax means it's going to be parts of speech. We've got interjection, proper noun, punctuation. So now it's working like Grammarly. Alright, so this is it. We've got tags for proper noun, pronoun, and stuff. Chuck says that PII resolution is great for retracing information for PCI compliance. Well, I think that's quite high level. I think, Chuck, you've used it for Lex. I think you've used the sentiment analysis for an Alexa skill using Amazon Lex. Yeah, I think you have done that. That's something that we've discussed. Stuart says it looks and sounds amazing. Great, thank you. Cool. So yeah, I think this service itself is very amazing for me. Like, I enjoyed it so much. Alright, so I think it's done. So now what I'm gonna do is take you through. So I was trying this entire thing in Replit. So I have the code in here. So what I'm gonna do is just yeah, we'll give a demo of this. So before we get started with an Alexa skill, I would love to do it through Replit. I'm not sure if you've ever used Replit. Okay, so what I will do is just increase the font size. I will maybe a bit less. I think this is better. Just can you confirm if you can see the code and stuff that's on my screen? I would love to know that. Yeah. So this, like, I can share this link for Replit with you right now, and you can collaborate and code with me for real time. But since I will, but yeah, actually I can do that. How do I share my link for this? Settings, edit tests, Teams. Well, I can't find that out. Create new. I don't know how to share this. So this is something new that's weird. That is something weird through which we're dabbling around. How to format. Can I share this? Okay, so let me try one more time. Okay, well, I can't find out how to share this because I haven't done this before. But anyway, let's do it. Let me do it solo this time. Next time I'm gonna come prepared and I'll share this with you so that we can collaborate. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, so let's understand how we're gonna integrate one of their APIs in an application. So the very first thing that you're gonna do is you have to include this SDK, the AWS SDK, else this is not gonna work. Then we've got a configuration file. So this is our config.json. So this is gonna contain all the information, which could be our access key and all of those, because without it, this isn't gonna work. So what I'm gonna do is find out my access ID, access key ID, and secret key. You can do that. So once you go to your account and you go to your security credentials, then you'll come to this page. So I would use this for now, and then I'm gonna delete this. Or maybe I will just use a new one, and I will just, yeah, I did that. And I will delete all of these after I am done with this project. Okay, so the configuration file. So this is gonna contain this, and this is gonna contain access, what's that? Access key ID, and this is gonna be my access key ID. And then we're gonna have the, what's that, secret key. And this is gonna be my secret. Okay. Alright, so then we can have region. It's good to have a region. And that's gonna be US East 1. Okay, so that's gonna be the region for this, and yeah, just give me a moment. Chuck says that he've used the service, never an Alexa though. Okay, yeah, the comprehend you mean. Yeah, that's quite correct. I will just check one thing, just verifying. Okay, so I have missed out something. This is gonna be secret access key. So it's gonna throw up error. Yeah, I just forgot the format of this. That was the issue. And it's US East 1. Okay, so this is how your configuration file should look like. And then in here I have done node hello.js, and this is my index file. So I think I have now quite well then a configuration, and then this should be your function. So you're doing this, and this is going to be your API version. You can find this in one of their documentation page. I gotta dig a bit deeper to show you an example of that now. And this is where we're passing the parameters. So now if you go to so these were the parameters, right? Text and language code. So this is what we're doing in here. So the language code is EN, and the text could be, let's paste the same text that we have in here. This entire thing. And then let's just paste it in here. And that's it. And then here you're just making the call. So you're doing comprehend, detect events. And okay, so this is not going to work now. So we're going to do detect sentiment. Let's see what it gives. And then you hit on run. Oh, sorry. Actually, it's going to be node index.js. Sorry for this. I'm so sorry. Then you do run. Yes, so now we've got a sentiment which is neutral. I'm so glad it worked without fail. So this is the neutral sentiment. This is just because, of course, through this you cannot understand a sentiment. We haven't used certain words which could subject to a person's sentiment, like good, bad, emotional words. So we haven't done that. So let's say detect entity and hit on run. What's that? What did I do? Oh, wait, let me just check. I'm not even getting the prompts for this. Wait, let me check it in here. Detect entities. Okay, it's detect entities. That is it. Yeah, sorry, I just gave the wrong method. So it's detect entities, and these are the entities. You can see them now. Also, if you're liking the stream, and I can see 6 of you watching me right now, do not forget to hit a like on this video. Do not forget to share this video on your Twitter. Do not forget to tweet about what you learned today and whether this was helpful, useful, or what else, whatever you think this could be a great use case for something and you feel that you should let everyone know about it, do that. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel if you're new in here. So yeah, so I think we can now see the, what's that? We can see our entities in here. And these are all of them. So we have this, we have the organization, we have person, we have other. So I think that this is much better than than the real-time console that Amazon has. So this code, it's written in Node.js. I think that's one of the most amazing part. Like you can do it in your own, like it's written in JavaScript, because normally it's just available for Java, Python, and .NET. So I think I felt good. So yeah, so we just found out entities, and next we're gonna follow, let's say, for PII. So this is the name of our method. So we're gonna get back to Replit and just type in this, and we're gonna hit on run. Let's see what happens. Not quite sure if... Oh, I think it came in here. It says that this is not a function. Alright, I gotta check with this because we'll get back to the main page and we're gonna get to this part. Let's go to more details because I don't remember. Named entities. And what's... Okay, so yeah, normally it's detect entities. So for PII, what is it? This is gonna be it. Alright, so for some reason, I'm not sure, even it's coming up as green in here. It shouldn't be so. So for some reason, it says that this are just another small thing. I think the parameters for this are gonna be... Let's pass short text and see. We've got language also. Let's try this out. Okay, so for some reason it's unable to find this out, although this is one of their methods, so this was quite unusual and unexpected. But no worries, I think we quite understood. If you have any solution or if you know anything about this, you can let me know. But I think we quite understood that how this thing is working, and by now we understood what are the things that we need, and this is just a very small piece of code. Now let's go to the part where we will integrate this in our Alexa skill. So what we're gonna do is go to my GitHub repo. Sorry for the background noise, I got some dogs barking. Today is today's a bad day for me. There's so much of noise. Okay, so this is the repo. I will share this on the chats. So far, does anyone have any question or any thoughts, anything, any ideas, or anything that you feel you should include, or anything that you would want to share? So what do you think of Replit? Do you think that it's a great example great way to collaborate? Then maybe we can, in our next stream, we can use Replit. I will share the link with you and we can collaborate and code together. What do you think about it? So do let me know on the live chats. I can see 9 of you. So once again, if you're new to this channel, do not forget to hit a subscribe. If you think this content is useful and helpful, and if you really like the content and whatever we have for today, do not forget to like our video, subscribe with your friends, and tweet for sure about one new thing that you learned today and that you want the world to know. Okay, so now let's name our skill as Sentiment Analyzer. Let's see, yeah, Analyzer. And we're gonna select the language is English US, and this is gonna be it. So I am planning to do a series of tutorial videos for the AWS Comprehend stuff, to understand them from scratch detail, because it's impossible for me to cover each part of them in one live stream. So now we'll import this, and I think that would be quite useful. I think my frame dropped for a second. I am so sorry for that. Yeah, so what I was saying is I am planning to do a series of tutorials for the use case and stuff of AWS Comprehend, Amazon Comprehend, and yeah, we'll just do a couple of tutorials for them. What do you think about it? You have any thoughts, ideas? Yeah, do let me know. Well, so this is gonna take some time to get ready, and by the time I will tell you what happens. So far what we were doing is we were giving in text entries, and let's say I would say, I feel so optimistic today. I feel happy and healthy. Okay, so now let's change this to detect sentiment. Oh, it's not even taking this. It should be, what's that? It should be purple. I don't know why it's lost. Detect sentiment. Let's run it. I don't know what's happening. It was just working some time back. So for some reason now it's not working. The code and stuff might have changed all of a sudden from its own deliberately. That's funny. But anyways, we're gonna test it out on our Alexa skill. We'll find out. We're gonna do the same. So alright, so our skill is deployed right now and it's sentiment analyzer. So now we're gonna go to our code, and here let's first understand what's happening. Okay, so first is we saw the code that we wrote in Replit. So I have the same thing in here, and this is our config.json. So if you're using this template, just don't forget to go to config.json and fill in your credentials in here, else this is not going to work. And then this is going to be the first response that's going to go out when you invoke the skill. And once you've done that, this function is going to work. So no, actually, this function is going to work. The sentiment intent handler. So once you give in your input in here, so it's going to store your sentiment inside of sentence, and it will get stored in a slot that's statement. So now let's understand what the statement slot does. So I've created a built-in slot inside of the sentiment intent handler. So let's go to interaction model, intent, and sentiment intent. So this is it, and this is the slot that I've used. So what this, I have the slot type that I've selected as Amazon.search query. So this particular slot type can be used for storing random long, really long sentences in an Alexa skill. So you can do this and it's going to pick it up all without any problem. So that's why I've used this. It's just that for the utterances, you should have at least one word included with this slot, else it's gonna throw you up errors. So that's something that I've done, so I think we've understood that. So your response is gonna get stored inside of sentence with the use of statement slot, and once that is done, it's gonna go inside of get sentiment analysis function, and then here we're creating a new promise, and this is where we are making the API call with the language code, which is by default set as EN. So we've got a couple of set of language codes that we can use for this service. So you gotta check that out on the AWS Amazon Comprehensive documentation. And here our sentence is gonna go, and then it's gonna give us the response, which is gonna come out through our speak output. So that's it. That's the way you do it. So what I'm gonna do is go and copy my configuration, and I will get back to my Alexa skill and paste this entire configuration in here. The next thing that I'm going to do is deploy this, and oh, my device isn't connected today. Just give me a moment, I'll just connect my device and come back. Yeah, I'm back. But the issue is my device isn't connected to my mobile phone. So I might need to use the testing simulator for today. Sorry for that. I totally forgot. I changed my phones. I got a new iPhone because I wanted to use Clubhouse. That's funny. That for Clubhouse, I bought an iPhone. But it's worth it, trust me. So yeah. Alright, so now we'll test this to, okay, I gotta just sign in and sign out and sign in. This is not gonna work. Okay, so now let me sign in. And alrighty, go to sentiment analyzer. And I will go to test. Let me deploy it once again. Turn this to development, and yeah. Alrighty, so now I think my battery is gonna die. So many things happening today. Just give me a second. Let me just... Alright, so now I'm gonna do sentiment analyzer.
Welcome. Let's analyze your sentiment today. Go on, tell us something. That's positive.
Nice. Say, I feel terrible.
That's negative.
I am glad because I could stream live today.
That's positive.
But my frames are dropping and that makes me sad.
That's
Dropping me sad.
That's negative.
Okay, I will stay. I will not worry.
That's negative.
Oh, that's wrong. I just said I will not worry. Okay, and I feel happy but tense. That's gonna be mixed.
That's mixed.
Seen. So I think this is how it's happening. So now I'm not sure if I've logged it. Then we can go back and check. Yeah, my frames are good. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is go and check if I have logged them. Am I logging them? The data? Yes, I am logging the data. So let's go to CloudWatch. This is it. And it's loading. Stuart says, this is so awesome. Thank you, Stuart. I am so, yeah, I'm glad that I could do something useful. But yeah, like in the stream today, because my network is really annoying me. Still now my frames are dropping, I can see that. But I will do this and then only leave today. I promise. Yes, Stuart is right. Sentiment analysis is a powerful tool for many things. As I said, like for therapy and stuff, or it's for your own, like if you want to note it down for your own need or something like that, just to check up on how, like, and I just use the random, what's that, the Amazon's random slot for Amazon.search query. I use that slot so that you can really store long sentences, and I just created the skill in an interactive manner. So maybe in this skill we could have, like, instead of that's all the time, we can just randomize the Alexa's responses in a different way, so that it makes the user feel more connected to the skill. But yeah. What else? Yeah, what else do you think? WhatsApp status says hi. Hello, thanks for joining. Okay, so I think we've come into our, if you can see my screen, we've reached our logs. So, okay, let me just increase the font a bit. So this is the log. Here you can see the entire, oh, how do I, maybe I will just, yeah, cancel this out. Here you can see all these, this has come up so good. So we've got the sentiment score and we've got the sentiment as well. So this is how, when you log it, you get the entire JSON document. This is the entire JSON object. And then you can just map it in your skill. You can do this for the rest of them as well. That's totally up to you how you want to do it. But yeah. Stuart says, I've never heard of Amazon Comprehend before. Today I'm going to have a play around it. Sure, you should, because I think this is a great tool. It's so amazing. You have so many different parts in it, and you can utilize them, especially when talking about natural language processing or just, yeah, like, yeah. And I think integration with a voice application sounds thrilling anytime, because people would just integrate with the graphical applications and lesser with voice applications. So that's one of the greatest things that I can see, I can visualize. So yeah, that's how you do it. So we just logged it. So we can do the same. So let's say we want to do something else. So we have to go to the part where we're making the API call and change this to another method. Then we'll be able to retrieve that. So let's say, where's our documentation? Oh, go to reload. There's a possibility. Okay, I just got in. Where is the documentation? Time lapses services. Okay. Yeah, here we have the documentations in here. So we have the text analysis API. So yeah, these were all that we were talking about. So we can detect the entities as well. So here you can take a look. So these were the entities that we were detecting. So we can do it for all of these as well. And once we change it, it's going to come up inside of this. What else we've got? We have got detect events, so it's going to come up like this. We've got key phrases, so it's going to come up with this. This is how it'll be. So the text is today and Seattle. We can detect dominant language. Here, we can detect the language code. That is what I meant. And yeah, we can do all of these. So, but yeah, like there's a bunch of them. So here you've got the custom ones. And yeah, this is for medical. And this is the API reference. So you can always go to this documentation. I will share this as well. And you can dabble around with any of them. Ravi says, yes, same here. I too did not hear about this one. Definitely gonna... Yeah, of course. This is so cool. And I am planning to do lots with this. So currently, since today was the first day, I just wanted to do just a shallow overview, not too deep. But if this is interesting, then I'm planning to come back with more parts of this in the upcoming streams, and I will have more tutorials as well. So for let's take a look at the single document processing. So if we're doing it for single document, and this is for asynchronous batch operations, when we have to keep doing it. This is going to be it. And we have got multiple documents synchronous processing as well. Wow. This is amazing. Like, it's going to help you in enterprise level mostly. I think it's going to be great. So yeah. Alrighty, so I think we've got a demo of our skill today. So let's do a quick revision. So we did Amazon Comprehend today. We learned about the methods that are there inside of Amazon Comprehend. And we have created a template, which is this one. And I will share the link of this template once again. Language detection, can it pick up if more than one language has been used? I'm not quite sure if it can do that. Because I think it can, because it says languages. Okay, so this is for multiple document synchronous processing. Like, we gotta check. I've not done much with different types of languages, but yeah, like, this is a good question Stuart asked if I will find out. So this is the link to my template, just in case you want to practice this stuff out. It's all written, the code for Node.js. All you gotta do is just change the method and pass in the parameters with respect to that document, and in the config.json file, you got to use your own access ID and secret key, which can be done through your profile. So you can go to your profile and just navigate to the security credentials and download your access key and security key and just paste it in here and test your skill. And do not forget to log it so that you can see the entire document in the backend in the CloudWatch, because that's going to be useful. Chuck says it's very interesting. Yeah. I will make sure that I do more demos and tutorials and streams for this. But for today, it was just this much. I will see you soon again next Friday, and we're gonna do something interesting, of course. And till then, if you really think that today was amazing, it was great, please not forget to share this video in your socials, mainly Twitter and LinkedIn. I'll be happy to see those, and I'll be happy to see you support me and Dabble Lab together. And do not forget to subscribe if you're new in here. And do not forget to hit a like on this video and share it with your friends, and share it with someone who is keen and so interested towards all this new stuff. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much for joining in today. This is Sohini signing off. I will see you again next Friday. Till then, if you have any questions, do let me know on the comments below. Reach out to me on Twitter. That's my user ID. Where is my user ID? Can't see my user ID. It's @thissohini. You can reach me out on Twitter. And yeah, that's all for today. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, all.